Alright, we got back from Zion. I got Arcade, I got Edie. Hello, Eddie. Edie E. Edna. I have many names for you. Alright, so I wanted to actually go talk to that doctor at Camp McCarran real quick. I wanted to know a little bit more about him, and then we're going to head to Camp for Low and Hope, because I feel like there's some other, like... I feel like there's other people to talk to at that camp. But yeah, let's get to it.
Patrolling the
Trooper,
Mojave
ready
almost
to
makes
fight.
you wish for a nuclear winter.
Hey,
Ranger at the ready.
good. I think it's funny that that ranger is just now forever stuck at this camp. Which is fine, because, you know... McCarran would be definitely a little bit more cushy now. I wonder, like... With these Legion plans and stuff I got forever ago, what do I do with these? Who do I give these to? There are so many places to explore now. There's a crashed vertebrate. Can I break into the Legion safe house? The Devil's Crevice. I know that's where the unique minigun is, and I kind of want to go get it. We'll see how this plan plays out. This one's going to be a bit of a longer one, but I'm going to stop. It's 4 now my time. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is probably going to be like a 4 or 5 hour stream. We'll see how it goes. Oh, you're inside now.
Ranger at the ready.
Can I dismiss that person? Okay. You're outside of the radio radius. Alright.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die.
Hey, you.
Yes? Something else you needed?
I have some questions.
Oh? What might those be?
Tell me more about the OSI.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
Huh. You said you were the director of the OSI?
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have. But I've found some promising leads.
Ah, you're doing all of these things yourself?
Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course.
Alright. The NCR has a food shortage?
Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
Huh. What are other responsibilities, does this office have?
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
Do you control the dam from here?
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. Fortunately, we also have the Helios 1 facility. One of our external contractors recently got the station up and running. His name was something like exceptional or marvelous or...
No, that was me. I fixed Helios 1.
I see. Of course you did.
What's your opinion of Williams?
Williams is an admirable researcher. If she wasn't, I'd have terminated her contract, and she'd be begging for work from my former employers.
Huh. Why terminate her contract?
Williams has a tendency to feel before she thinks. Not in the lab, but everywhere else. That might be forgivable if she kept her concerns to herself, but she doesn't. Not in front of her peers, not even with contractors like yourself. That kind of behavior can undermine morale. She convinced my last contractor to quit. Same way she tried with you. Probably didn't tell you that, did she?
You didn't always work for the OSI?
No. The OSI hasn't been around for very long. I received my training elsewhere.
So, who did train you?
Before the bombs, I might have studied at any number of colleges, universities. They gave a man a chance to advance himself, or so I've heard. But after the bombs, until a few years ago, anyone with half a brain had one choice: the followers of the apocalypse. Didn't matter if you agreed with them or not. You either played along or you were turned away.
And what do the followers believe in?
Knowledge for knowledge's sake. A society of equals. They purport to be intelligent people, and then they spout this old-world dogma.
Huh. Doesn't sound like a good place for a person of ambition.
Exactly right. Imagine what the followers could have accomplished if they were properly motivated, if they had a unified purpose. Those of us who founded the OSI, we wanted to put our knowledge to work, and we have to some degree. But the execs at OSI Central, they're still bound to the old ideas, society of equals and all that. There's still too little direction. If I can make real breakthroughs here, show the President what can be done when junior researchers are kept in line, kept focused on task. Who knows? Maybe I'll be sitting in OSI Central in a few years' time, and there'll be no more coddling of free spirits like our friend Williams.
What do you think of the NCR's chance against the Legion?
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. The more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
Ah, damn. Kind of true. Alright, well, I'll see you later.
Yes. Goodbye.
What an asshole.
Hildern is a good example of big-picture obsession gone too far. At some point, he became so fixated on large-scale results that he lost the concept of the common good along the way. It's an inhumane kind of public service when people and the basic resources they need become numbers in a ledger.
Good thing there's still people like you around.
Kind of you to say, but there are better people than me around here. I just hope the followers can make a difference in the long run.
Hey,
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out.
What are you talking about?
I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro.
And where did the Enclave go?
A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here.
So what happened to Navarro? What happened to Navarro?
After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel.
Where are you going with all this?
The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar.
Do you want them to help the NCR?
That's a hard question to answer. I know I don't want the Legion to take Hoover Dam. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas.
Alright, say no more. I'll do it.
Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
Alright. Oh, damn. One of them's a Novak, one's in the ass into nowhere, the other's in an ass into nowhere. Interesting. Alright, arcade. Let's start with the furthest one in Novak. No, that's Boone's room. Oh. Mail call! Yeah, let me just stare menacingly over the bed. Good morning. Where the hell did they go? Oh, hello!
NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can win this war after all. Fine weather for flying. It's times like these that make me miss it all.
Hey, Arcade asked me to find you. I'm reuniting the remnants, and they'll need your help with piloting skills.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
Okay. So, how do you like flying vertibirds for the Enclave?
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow.
Alright. So you were a pilot.
Vertibird pilot. 71 missions and only lost one chopper. Rotor malfunction over Klamath. Hard landing, but I walked away.
Huh. So what do you do in Novak?
I help folks strip down the more complicated bits of salvage they bring in. Engines, mostly. The bits and pieces we take out are usually worth more than the whole thing put together.
Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
Watch your six out there.
Will do.
What's up?
Alright, Arcade. Heading to Cannibal Johnson's house, huh? I guess cave.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded.
Oh. It was an important part of her life. Why shouldn't she enjoy it?
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something, admittedly, pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
Watch out! Get some!
Well, goddamn, Annie Oakley. All right, let's go find this Cannibal Johnson. Oh, I bet you that's like a kick-ass, like, lie he tells everybody. He's like, oh, you be careful. You don't go over to that there cave. That's Cannibal Johnson's cave. And they go, who's Cannibal Johnson? He goes, well, that's a secret. But don't go looking for that secret. Because Cannibal Johnson will get you. Oh, yeah. Unless this guy's actually a cannibal, then we're going to have some problems. Yep, there's the door. Ooh, it's always a bear trap. Hello.
Well, it's about damn time. What took you? Oh.
Oh?
I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now.
Arcade asked me to gather all of the Remnants members of the Enclave in the Mojave.
Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then?
Well, he thinks you're experienced in technology will help resolve the conflict in this region.
Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
Why worry about it? You don't have to be your father.
I grew up without him. I'll always feel like something is missing from my life, but you're right. It's not like I'm the only kid in the wasteland who's grown up without a dad. Johnson always said my father was a good man. If that's the only thing about me that's like him, that's enough for me.
Good on you, man. Cool. Alright. Let's head towards the sharecropper farm. Wait, is it one of the people that actually works at the farm? Oh no, it's just this little house over here. Well, time to commit a federal crime. Yeah, it was nothing. Alright. Hello? Hey, Orion.
Ugh, looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
Arcade and I were looking for you. We're gathering the remnants.
In a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Well, your advanced level of tech would definitely be useful settling the things between the NCR and the Legion.
Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling?
Well, who does it matter who we help?
Yeah, it does. There's not a chance you'll find me helping the NCR in any way. They've caused me too much grief.
Well, so you're not coming?
Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Alright. So what did you do when you were in the Enclave?
Heavy weapons trooper. Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
Ah. Do you have something against the NCR?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. The NCR makes a habit out of wrecking homes. I came out here to get away from them. Didn't work out so well. Next thing I know, I'm squatting in their land. Never mind that I already been living here for years.
So what do you do around here?
Do? I don't do anything. I'm retired.
Oh. So what did you do before you retired?
I was a soldier. Why do you even care? I came out here to forget about the past, so quit bringing it up.
Alright, well, I'll see you around.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
Don't be too hard on him. It's part of who he is.
I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
True that.
Ranger at the ready.
Ranger at the ready. That's right. So you just like... You're just gonna follow us the whole time? Like, it's fine if you do. Like, good on you. You get to make a name for yourself, but also, like... You gotta... You can't tell anybody what we're doing about this. Like, this is classified. Anything?
Ranger at the ready.
Okay. Well, let's head to... Let's go to Miguel's pawn shop.
Same robots on the strip. I seen one or two of them
Oh.
walk past town time to time.
Krieger.
Sticking around for the attractions?
Arcade asked me to find you. I'm gathering the remnants.
Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us?
You'll be the element of surprise.
Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
Alright. Tell me about the old days with the Enclave.
I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants.
So what happened to the Enclave, oil rig in Navarro?
Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region.
Huh. Well, I'd like to know more about your former squad.
I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary.
Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
They're loyal... They're loyal to you too.
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
The face on him looked meaner.
Alright. Oh. Going to Jacobstown? Okay. What's going on over there? Damn. Hey, Marcus.
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again.
Oh. How have they been harassing the town?
Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating.
You sure they're mercenaries working for the NCR?
Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Wherever they are, they want us dead or gone.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to.
Alright, I'll see what I can do, Marcus.
Thanks.
Alright, Ranger. Oh, there you go. Hey! Hey! Hey, you! What are you doing?
Our business is with the muties, not you.
Go away, or you'll have to deal with me. And you'll wish you were fighting the super mutants instead.
I've always known when to fight and when to back down, and it seems to me I ought to back down this time. My men and I are leaving. You won't see us around here again.
Good. Hell yeah. Are they all packing up, or just him? Okay. Hey, Marcus.
I like how you handled Keene. Without the Nightkin around, Jacobstown would be much weaker than it is.
You won't have any more trouble with those mercenaries.
Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us.
Alright, so what's the story with Keene?
Smart, charismatic, and hell of a mean streak. Doesn't care for humans, prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keene is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around.
Why does Keene want to leave?
Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the stealth boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice.
So what happens if Keene leaves?
That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keene and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback.
Alright. You're a mutant too. Wouldn't the Nightkin listen to you?
That's like saying Caesar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others. Mutants included.
Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
All right.
No, actually, no, I'll see you around.
See you.
Alright, let's go talk to that doctor guy.
Need to tighten up my biceps.
Hi, Lily. She's probably busy with her bighorn. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Hey, Doc Henry.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Well, yeah, Arcade Gannon asked me to gather all the former members of the Enclave in the Mojave.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Alright. How goes your research on the Nightkin cure?
Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Alright, well, I'll see you later.
Yes, yes.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
Let's see. His work was what matters to him.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. But he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
Hey. I guess let's go find that base. It's right there, too. Wow. Huh. That's kind of convenient. Alright, team. Let's get our happy asses down to that bunker. In case there's any drop in quality, it is still storming outside. So the connection might not be as great. And all of my content is fed through a live stream. Stupid, I know. Okay.
Sick of waiting.
We'll just let them do their thing over there. Dear old friend Navarro. Alright, let's just get down the mountain. Nice and easy now. Just gotta... Alright. Oh. It's a hole in the ground. Dear old friends, remember Navarro. This looks like the Brotherhood bunker. More blue. God damn. Ain't that a pretty piece of history? Here we are. Let me go talk to
That tower on
Judah.
Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against?
Well, I want you to help the NCR hold down the dam.
Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
Alright, I'll talk to him.
You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it.
Drift, the one you can see for miles? I hear it ain't.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The Remnants come in, guns blazing, showing the NCR how it's done. You actually don't want... You don't want that?
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest. When Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end. But at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
You've certainly done your part.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro, and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're gonna need every doctor they can get.
You're damn right. If you're so sure it's going to be a bloodbath, maybe you should stay in Freeside.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seem to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then?
Well, you were born at Navarro, but you are your own man. They have their fight, and you have yours.
True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Of course, man.
I hear the Great Khan's got massacred again. No survivors this time, though.
Evening.
Kinda?
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance.
Alright, I'll talk to her then.
The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
Well, hey there, Daisy.
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. And since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
Alright. Oh, shit. Alright. Got the Enclave on our side. It's really nothing against Arcade, but I feel that the dam is going to require Boone or Veronica.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
I'm honored, truly.
It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Goodbye, Gannon. You were a great companion for the time that I was with you. Alright, Edna. Let's head back to Black Mountain. I'm kind of curious what was behind that locked door. You want to come around with us?
Ranger at the ready.
Alright. My God. Tesla armor. It's quite serene and beautiful. I hope Daisy doesn't mind me using her power armor to repair arcade stuff. How does that look? That's nice. It's a lot of armor for sure. Let's keep with our old stuff for now. I don't want to put it in a closet, but it is pretty damn heavy at the moment. Alright. I want to head back to Hidden Valley. I need to see if I can get Veronica a helmet. If she's going to be fighting with me on the dam, I want to make sure she's damn well protected. But now I'm torn. Do I want Boone or do I want Veronica? Yep, that's a terminal. There we go. Alright. Let's head to the casino. Alright, let's go to Black Mountain. Really soaking up all these rads for a moment. Better swap to something bigger. Now, what could Tabitha have locked behind a terminal? Surely it's crazy, but... Oh. Let's save real quick. Alright. Let's see if we can get this bad boy open. Alright. Now just... purification. Brainwashing. Alright, let's play with the duds. Got my tries back. Disappear. Resurrection. Construction. Civilization? Let's reset that. Construction. Hey, wait. That's what I put in last time. Ah, whatever. What's behind this door? Oh! Oh my god, it's a person. Hi!
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
It's okay to... It's okay by me, enjoy your freedom. But, who are you?
Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here.
Really?
No. No, boss. I'm a prisoner of the crazy super mutant with the wig and the glasses. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that, huh?
Well, it's okay by me. Enjoy your freedom.
Alrighty then. I'll just head out, alone, by myself, into the dangerous waste.
Actually, do you want to tag along with me?
Anything's better than staying here. Let's go.
Well, I did just have an opening.
Ranger at the ready.
That's right, Ranger at the ready. Alright. I got some things I need to do, Raul. I'm gonna have us head to... Where is it? What am I looking for? Novak. I wanna go check on that one Ranger, see how he's doing. Actually, what's your story?
Not to worry, boss. I'm sure killing the boss of one of the families will in no way lead to savage, bloody reprisals against you and your loved ones.
Well, that's fair. I have some questions I'd like to ask. Tell me about yourself.
Sure, boss. What do you want to know?
Well, how can I make the best use of your skills?
I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin. But my knees aren't so good anymore.
Oh. Well, I don't believe that. You must have some skills.
That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job. But I can keep your gear working longer.
Alright. Lots of older people are still useful, to their friends and communities.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me, if we find them, because I've never met one.
Well, it's convenient. We'll talk more later.
Anything you say, boss.
I guess we gotta go introduce them to all the old folk I know. Hey, soldier!
Any word on Station Charlie?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Let's see. Hey, tell me about the Rangers again. Or, actually, what do you do here, Andy? Can you remind me?
Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. I watch the town. Tell myself I'm doing some good.
Alright. Well, you were with the NCR, right?
Was with them. That was back when my arm and leg used to work better. I still like to pretend I'm a ranger, though. I'll check in with the guys up at the station pretty regular on the ham radio. Sometimes they stop by, tell me they're paying their respects, the smug bastards. They haven't been responding to me last couple days. I guess they got tired of hearing me talk, but it still got me a little worried. Hell, listen to me talk, like some damn mother hen.
Well, hey, let's talk about something else.
Like what?
Well, what happened?
A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed. We get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet.
And what did you do?
I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me.
Well, hey, I'll talk to you later, man.
Look out for yourself.
Alright.
Hey, boss. Can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What's on your mind?
What do you think of guys like Ranger Andy?
Well, what do you mean, guys like Ranger Andy?
I mean guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured.
Well, even after a crippling injury, a guy like Andy, tougher and more dangerous than most men alive.
Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there.
Well, we're not just talking about Ranger Andy, are we?
Not really, boss. No. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
Alright, go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
And then what happened?
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
Oh. What happened then, buddy?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
Okay. And you blame yourself for this?
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that for all my skills with a pistol, I couldn't help them. Anyway, that was weighing on my mind. Thanks for letting me get it out in the open, boss.
Of course. Huh. Well, I know... Let's go see... Surely there's a vet at Camp McCarran.
Hoover.
Alright. Raul, you might be old, but you're still useful. I'm gonna try and figure that out to see who I can find to encourage you to be better. Stop beating yourself up all the time. You're young, you're young. I know there was that old guy wandering
Smart move
around.
for the Kings to back down.
Where did he
They
go?
didn't know who they were messing with. Hey,
Huh. Skew K. Nope, not you. You don't like me.
Morning.
The hell is this guy? Ooh, frag grenades.
Oh my god. Are you the one who saved President Kimball?
I am. Oh, you're just a trooper. Where's that old dog at? The one who wanders around with a carbine. Yeah, maybe he's inside.
Hello?
I know I'm not crazy. I've seen this man. He has a trail carbine. Or a brush rifle, whatever the fuck it's called. It's not you, but... If I missed you walking in, then I definitely missed him. Pretty sure he was a ranger. Holy shit! Gotta be careful with those things, man. guy up there. If I can't find this guy, I'm gonna have to go just talk to Loyal over at Nellis. That's another old person I know that keeps himself useful. Alright, now let's go find Loyal. Alright. We'll go talk to Loyal, and you'll see that old people are still useful, Raul. Hey, Loyal.
Isn't that bomber a beauty? Thanks so much for making an old man's dreams come true.
Can I get a code to use one of those VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
Alright, I was just curious.
Anything else you need? I've got work to do.
Well, I guess that's it.
Bye.
Alright.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That Loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Well, Loyal's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think it's a noble goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
Old history, boss. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Raul Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick rider. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield. But it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
Oh, that sounds pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack, like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know? And wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed. For the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Go on. What happened to Rafaela?
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at her camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poison. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
That's terrible, Raul.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
So what did you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
It's really... Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm not laughing at him. I was just watching a bunch of funny stuff yesterday. Raul's involved. Anyway, I'm gonna save real quick. It's really tragic what happened to Raul. Oh god, I gotta think of the YouTuber. He's this Irish guy. He was playing Fallout 3, and one of the ghouls was poorly modeled and had a bug eye. And it was just like, they just looked at the camera, they were like, it could happen to you. And I was just thinking that it was, oh man, that made me break character. Fuck. Oh shit, anyway, back to it. It's really unfortunate, Raul. Let's go to Camp for Lone Hope. Let's see if there's any more work.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
Hell yeah. There he is! Oh, I thought that was Boone for a second. Hey, Sterling?
Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You remember everybody who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Okay. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me.
Oh, thanks for the info.
No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look.
Alright. Interesting rifle you have on your back there. Is that a lever action?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gore bets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different. So long as I could hit my targets.
I don't know why that has decided to jump back up and get me. Why am I laughing my ass off to that? Have you always been with the First Recon?
Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why did you leave the Rangers? Why'd you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you manage to escape Malpassi?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
How long have you been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
Huh. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
Alright, let's see. Who else is there?
Just thinking about
You have any more work for me?
I heard about how you saved the president's life. It's a good thing that you were there. Things could have turned out really ugly.
Oh, I have some questions about the NCR.
I can spare a few moments. Make it quick.
How do things look around the camp?
Not good. We still haven't gotten any support from the rest of the NCR, and the Legion is kicking our ass right now.
Alright, what's your take on the NCR's position here?
It's no picnic, I'll tell you that much. My troops are out here every day dying for the NCR, but they've left us out to dry. We have no men or supplies, and we're stretched too thin trying to guard the entire river. If the brass back home could get their heads out of their asses long enough to send support, we could turn this all around.
Let's talk about something else.
Make it quick.
I'll see you around.
Watch yourself out there.
Okay. You look important.
Hey, you're not one of the troopers. Got a second? I have work I need done, and nobody here at the camp has the time or inclination to help me out.
How convenient. My schedule just opened up. What do you need help with?
I have the delightful task of tabulating stockpiles, kill ratios, mission success rates, radiation deaths, and other truly fascinating numbers. I've come across numerous inconsistencies between our numbers and our reports, especially with regards to intercepting hostiles. I'm wondering if our radio security codes have been compromised. I need someone to deliver security code upgrades to each of the ranger stations.
Alright, I'll help. Tell me what I need to do.
This holotape contains the updated security codes for the ranger stations. Show it to the comm officers there. Once the new codes are in use, anyone still using the old codes will just hear static if they're listening in on our frequencies.
Alright. What do you do here?
I handle communications for Camp Forlorn Hope, compiling reports I've received from the rangers at Camp Golf as well as the brass at McCarran. Unofficially, I'm also in charge of radio security. No one else seems to take it as seriously as I do.
Alright, well, I'll get to it.
Bye.
Alright.
Got a second to talk, boss?
Oh, yeah. What's on your mind, Raul?
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
Well, I think it's good that he's so devoted to his duty. More people should act that way.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
You're talking about the Great War? What do you remember about it?
I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always this handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel, and I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyway. I found myself a little shack and started fixing things.
Fixing things, huh?
Well, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride.
So, why aren't you still there then?
Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way.
What happened with her?
This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers. They were looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much.
Alright. But they didn't, did they?
No, boss. No, they didn't. As I was saying, I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel to take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport.
Did you rescue her?
I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. It took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there. They put a bullet in each of her eyes. I couldn't do anything except avenge her, just like Rafael. I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage.
How did you survive?
By being a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss. I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me. Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town.
What happened then?
When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts.
Doubts? About what?
About whether I still had what it took to carry my pistols proudly, to use them to do what's right. And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, you made me realize that I can still do that. Maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be, but my brains can make up for that. And my hands are still quick enough. It's time to put the guns back on.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, that's a toughie. You know, I think that's a great idea, Raul. And I hope you'll put them to good use with me.
You can bet on that, boss.
Ah. Looking snazzy.
Over-elaborate mob schemes to take over Vegas. Reminds me of the days before the war.
Well, I got nothing else right now.
Sure, boss.
Alright, let's deliver these codes. Got Delta, there's Bravo, Foxtrots, and Echo. Places I haven't been yet. Yeah, let's head to Delta. Yeah, we'll just fast travel there. In the eye.
Evening.
Oh.
I'd gladly fight at your side.
Ghoul Ranger. Neat. What do you think of this?
Ranger at the ready.
Gotcha. Alright, who do I talk to? Oh.
Yeah?
Nah.
See you around.
Let's see. Oh, they must be in the tent. Hey!
I'm not supposed to let civilians just walk around this place. There better be a good reason for you being here.
I brought a radio security code update from Sergeant Reyes over at Camp for Lone Hope.
Very well. You can tell Reyes that this station is secure.
Alright. I'd like to know more about the Rangers.
Well, when there's trouble regular NCR troops can't handle, they send in a ranger. Problem solved. We're also responsible for keeping the borders of the NCR secure, scouting out threats, that sort of thing.
Well, what do you do here?
I'm in charge of the radio, hence the title Comm Officer. I'd much rather be out on patrol since nothing much happens around here.
Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
Sir.
There's Alpha, that's near Boulder City. Well, I guess let's head to Bitter Springs so we can get to Bravo. Alright. Got a fun little bunch. There's the tower. The hell's going on over there? Alright, I guess we're running back. What do you got, Ranger?
I've got something for you.
Hang in there,
Those
Rocky.
cons got the hint. We've shown everyone that these are our new territories.
Who's shooting? Oh.
Yeah, boss. I mean, if that fits with your schedule.
It's a damn Cazador. I was worried. I thought the Legion was attacking. We need to get these refugees medical supplies and weapons. Alright. I'm gonna pick this barrel fruit. Alright, let's try this again. Well, I know we shouldn't deliver the code to Charlie. Everybody was slaughtered there. Guess it's less locations to worry about. Not that that's a good thing. Is the entrance? Oh, it's right here. Hey!
If you're here to sell something, we don't want any.
Sergeant Reyes sent me here. I've got security codes for your radio.
No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't need any more damn ammo. Wouldn't mind more water, though.
Alright. So why don't you use your radio and fix this Why don't you use your radio and fix your supply situation?
You think I haven't tried? Every time I do, Camp Golf acknowledges the situation. And soon after that, more ammo.
Alright. How are you... How's your water supply situation right now?
We're not gonna die of thirst anytime soon, but I'd rather have too much than not enough.
That's fair. Since you have extra, could I have some ammo?
It's not my call to make. You'd have to clear it with Ranger Erickson.
Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
Alright.
What do you do here?
This is the frontier of NCR territory, and we're the first line of defense. You won't find much in the way of civilization east of here. South of here is Camp Guardian, but they've been having radio trouble, so they've been silent for a while now.
Alright. I'll see you later.
Careful out there.
Actually, wait, what was that about
What's up?
surplus ammo?
I keep getting deliveries of ammunition for some reason. I don't mind target practice, but there isn't all that much to shoot at out here.
Alright, well, that's about it.
Alright?
Later.
Careful out there.
Oh, next to the Devil's Throat. Curious about this Camp Guardian, though. Fuck it. Set to the Devil's Throat. Get me that fancy minigun. Yep, there's everybody.
Get him, boss. I mean, if that...
What are you guys shooting at? Oh. What do you got on you? Some fixer? Alright. That's a lot of centaurs. Huh. Out of all the times to not have a frag grenade. Oh, there we go.
Get some!
Give me it. Oh, it's a lot of beautiful, beautiful weapons. This is a party hat. I'm taking your party hat. Oh, this is just empty jet. What the fuck? Let's get the fuck out of this place. Alright. Let's check out this Camp Guardian. This looks fancy. Alright. We need to go this way. Where are you going, Eddie? Oh, well. Get him, Raul. I hope that Ibot comes back. I didn't repair him just a poof.
Don't worry, boss. With my cataracts, you only... You sort of look like that.
Let's see why Camp Guardian's been so silent lately. No! Ranger at the ready! No! Son of a bitch! No. You are such a good soldier. We'll have you buried. Let's check out Camp Guardian, and maybe I could bring the body there. She's been with us the whole damn time. Uh-oh. This is not good.
Those beasts drug the rest of the men away. Oh God, I hope they don't come back for me. Goddamn leg. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna make it before I bleed out. This is Private Halford requesting backup. Anyone out there? Those beasts drug the rest of the men away. Oh God, I hope they don't come back for me. The camp was attacked. I think I'm the only one left alive.
Oh! Well, let's hope that this guy's still alive. Did I miss where the camp is? You good, Raul?
The camp was attacked. I think I'm the only one left alive. Those beasts drug the rest of the men away. Oh God, I hope they don't come back for me.
Well, he left it on loop. I don't want to fear the worst, but I know the ways to it. This ain't good.
Calling for backup. No sign of the rest of the med station here. Bravo, come in, Bravo. Anyone out there? We were attacked by units on the cave. Please send back. Goddamn leg. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna make it before I bleed out. Goddamn leg. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna make it before I bleed out. Those beasts drug the rest of the men away. Oh God, I hope they don't come back for me. Bravo, this is Camp Guardian calling for backup. No sign of the rest of the med station here. This is Private Halford requesting backup. Anyone out there? Bravo, come in, Bravo. Is anyone out there? Those beasts drug the rest of the men away. Oh God, I hope they don't come back for me. Bravo, come in, Bravo. Is anyone out there?
You missed Camp Guardian.
I repeat, Guardian is down. Requesting backup from any nearby forces. Bravo, come in, Bravo. Anyone out there? This is Private Halford requesting
Alright.
backup.
We'll check on Brian soon. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Oh, hey.
Oh, thank God. I didn't think I'd ever see another human face down here.
Hey, I heard your radio broadcast. I'm here to help.
Thank God. Hoped someone would come eventually, but where are the rest of your men?
This is it, buddy.
Shit. Do you have any damn idea what lives in these caves? We need to get out of... We need to go now!
Are you okay?
I managed to kill that thing, but not before it mangled my leg all up. No way I'm walking out of here like this. I've been keeping quiet and hoping they don't realize one of their buddies is missing. We need to get out of here before they come back.
Yeah, it looks like a nasty laceration on the dislocated joint. You're lucky I found you.
Thanks a lot, Doc. I think I should be able to walk out of here now. I don't want to risk running into a pack of those freaks alone, though. Could you escort me out of here?
We need to clear the cave first.
Are you crazy? No way in hell am I going deeper into those caves. You haven't seen what they did to the other troopers, and I'd rather not find out why they took all of the bodies.
I'll be back.
Great, just leave me here then.
Alright. Eddie, stay here. Raul, protect this man.
He's young, boss. Your boss back.
Alright. You know, when he said beasts in the radio broadcast, I was expecting super mutants. Further into the belly of the beast we go. I don't see any of the other men. What are the lake lurks doing with them? Oh. God. That all you got? Oh my God. I wonder why they were attacking each other. Sorry this happened to you, troopers. I really am. Poor bastards. Might have to bring this cave in. It's like with that cowboy cave. Ugh. Ugh. Dusty down here.